So look, I had like this weird, like, let me get in here in the kitchen so we can talk about this, right? So I had this weird, like, download, kind of like, I was just in deep thought, right? So when you come in here, just make sure you're hitting the notification bell, hit the like button. But have you ever wondered where food is coming from and why, or what literally is happening to your food? The labels, the cans, the food that's getting delivered to you, the food that you're picking up in the stores. Have you ever wondered literally what is taking place with the items that you purchase? What you're what you're digesting, congesting, what are you putting into your stomach? Have you ever literally took the time to think about those things? Well, I have actually been thinking about it. And so take your time coming up in here because the sea is taking a little bit. We're a minute and 7 seconds in. You already know I'm your girl Sierra. This is Oshun Investigates. It still is Oshun Talk Radio. It is Sound Alchemy by Oshun. But I had a little theory why I popped in here, and I'm going to show y'all a few items and what I have purchased. And I've noticed big companies that like Progressive Soup, big companies that I've noticed products that have been delivered to me, baby, have literally had nothing but super changes. And I thought about the company delivering my food, or the company that at least I assume I'm getting my food from, like Progressive and things of that nature, that why would they make an error on like labeling? And so I've noticed about 6 cans, my hot sauce. I've noticed things that I would purchase that normally would have plastic wrapping on them. They do not have the plastic wrapping on them no more. Like my nacho dip, they have like that little plastic seal around it. They no longer have the seal. I noticed that my labels in the cans are getting smaller than what they normally are. The cans are normally like the Progressive Soup, not the Progressive, let me see, Campbell's. So the Campbell's Soup are usually like, this is the shorter one, it's usually taller. And the labels are all the way from top to bottom, right? But I've noticed now, since I've been ordering and I haven't had my car, right? I've noticed that my deliveries literally have cans, and I just think about this, and I'm just like, man, I just know that Campbell's Soup and Progressive is not putting these things in stock in the store with the label not fitting the entire can. So I'm gonna show y'all some products that I have bought, right, where the labels do not actually fit the cans. And the Campbell Soup, when I go to Walmart, they're the tall cans. But if I order them from Family Dollar and Dollar General, right, they come in smaller sizes and they're the pop cans, but the labels don't fit. And I'm just like, man, how is this like billion-dollar, million-dollar companies that make food, but then they're sending out cans where the label doesn't even match, and it's not even the size of the cans. So for instance, I'm gonna show you Campbell's. So my Campbell's Soup, right? I'm gonna go back over here to the light. I'm gonna come back over here because it looks a little weird over here as I walk across my room, right? So and everything is chestnut, things of that nature. Y'all see that reflection in my phone, right? So this is when I'm gonna stand in front of my window so I can show y'all the things that I'm talking about, right? So I noticed, right? So y'all can see me. So I noticed, right, with my cans, right? This is Campbell's Soup, right? So I'm gonna show y'all what Campbell's. This is what I'm noticing in my deliveries, that the labels are literally off. See, the labels don't come to the end up here. And what company would not be checking their cans, their things when they are shipping them out? My Progressive Soup cans. This is way too, I can see if it was like a little bit off when you are, when they're doing a label, but this is totally off. Look at this. Look how much space is between the end of the can and the label. At the top here, all of this space between the can and the labeling. And if it was something that they were talking about where we would actually know, we would know where they were saying, okay, well, we decided to make the label small so when you open the can, the paper won't tear. But you haven't heard anything out about that in the tabloids or in the news. So what I'm noticing is like, with my stuff. I'm getting, sorry y'all, my phone keeps turning. So I'm noticing a lot of that with my water. I'm noticing, excuse me, y'all, my shorts. So I'm noticing that with all of my foods that, like my canned goods, the labels do not match. Okay, the labels look like they just, because I have with my company, right? When I ship orders, I print my labels down. And so what this looks like to me is somebody here that does like a e-commerce business like I would do to ship my orders out. And what I would do is print down my label as long as I have the right ink. But I'm noticing it's on everything that I order that the labels don't come to the end. I'm also noticing like cans, like I said, jars. I'll go show y'all some jars that normally comes with plastic, the plastic seal, and they tell you don't open this if the plastic is gone and it's tampered. I'm noticing literally all of my things that's supposed to have plastic seals around them, those are no longer coming, which would make it weird when you open it up because it says on there that don't open this here if the label is removed. Sorry, y'all see my baby back there. You see it's two different colors. Y'all see how if she leans this way in the light and then if you look that way, it's darker. Lean this way, baby. Y'all see how dark it is? It's like two different color, two little, what you call them? You said I bought a body scrub and that plastic aluminum thing didn't come on it. That's what's keep happening to me. It's like things. And I'm like, wait, are they trying to like gaslight people to make you feel like it has always been that way? And I'm like, it's not, because when you buy the cheese in a jar, normally it has like plastic over the cheese, right? And I'm just like, man, when I get my dip, I normally have plastic around it. So now I'm getting those dip things with bad signal here, not over here. My signal is great over here. Very good. Okay, so if you got a bad signal, you're the only one with the bad signal, baby, because this signal is not bad over here. And I'm not even on my phone network. It only happens with delivery. Yes, A-Rod, it actually only happens with delivery. So that's the point I was making. So if I go to Walmart store, excuse me, y'all. So if I go to Walmart and get my stuff, everything is just fine. And then when I get my things delivered, this is what I was talking about in that message. When I got that message and I did download about the delivery, because we even did with my sub. So I go to like WNB factory. It's a WB, something like that factory. It's a sub place here in Georgia, right? And so when I go in Decatur, they have my big Korean steak, right? But then when I come back home and I tested it, because they still sell it in the store. So when I come back home and I go to order it from DoorDash, right? DoorDash does not have that sub on there, and they try to say that it's literally out of stock. But when you go to the store, they still sell the big Korean, which is a spicy sub I only get from W&B factory, right? So I've been noticing that, and have nobody else thought that that was weird. I don't know why more people are not talking about it, about the fake food, about the delivery, and what someone is doing. I really think it goes into that reading, what I did. Yeah, you okay, baby? Just say hi. Hi. So I really think that it goes right into that video where I told y'all that somebody is doing something to deliveries. And remember, I specified in the reading, I said it literally happens to your deliveries. And you're saying the same thing. A-Rod says it only happens with deliveries. Yes, it only happens with deliveries. Because when I go to the store, the food is fine. The plastic is there, except if I continuously go to a store that I normally go to. I'll notice that like some places they'll change it. But I have been noticing, I'm like, man, what is happening to our food? Is anybody else going to say nothing about this? Is people just going to let this ish slide here, that we're either getting false foods here, or they charge on products that you can get from the store for about $3. Yeah, the prices go up, and they're taxing like crazy. For a minute, on the delivery app, I use DoorDash, and so on DoorDash, man, they have been price gouging like crazy on there. So when I go to the store to get my pizza, and if I go to the pizza place and get it delivered, get it made at the pizza place. The pizza is probably like 20 something dollars. I get on now DoorDash and I try to order my daughter the pizza and the wings. It's like 50 something dollars, where they have literally price gouged like crazy, raised the prices here. And I believe it goes into that reading where I was mentioning in my reading how certain things that you will order that they cannot make on their own to deliver to you, they are putting it on there that it's not available. But I'm pretty certain that someone here is doing something on these apps, and I can't remember my entire reading, but I'm pretty sure that someone is doing something where they have become some sort of MacGyver scientist here, and they are making these, because I went for my service, right, for my business. You can purchase these cans. I can purchase these cans and do the same thing here. I can also do, and I learned that because it was more than one business I wanted to do. And so I had to find out all products that I could use. And one of them was cans, and how I can buy this can here and do the same thing here. It's ways that you push this back down and seal the can, right? So that's what I'm thinking somebody is doing. Because how can $1 billion company or $1 million company like Progressive or Campbell Soup start to change the can? I'm like, man, is this like commissary or something like that? Look, it's no reason for my internet to go off. It's somebody mad that I'm telling this, because the bars was all the way up on a hotel connection. It's just somebody mad. I'm telling y'all that this is actually what they're doing, because there's no connection, nothing wrong with my connection. So it's just that they don't want this message to get out. Now they are freezing the chat there. Yeah, they doing this because they don't want this message to get out about the bizarre things that's happening to your food. Because at first the signal was phenomenal. It was literally fine. They don't want the message to get out that they are tampering with people's food. I did put in my message that they were putting something, making people sick in the food. They are now talking about this weird ass COVID thing that's going on. Y'all know I don't watch the news, but I see it on YouTube. So whatever it is here, they're doing something to people's food. Now, I know my friend, or my old friend Bill. He is someone that does zoning and coding for Dollar General, and something about these new products that they're putting into Dollar General stores. I noticed that they're doing this in some places where it's low income, where people don't have the most, is where they're also doing this. You say play also used to break and enter when you have your house and they put stuff in your food. Yes, don't let them scare you. Never be scared, y'all. I'm never scared of nothing, y'all. They know I'm not. And so this is why they keep doing what they're doing to the internet here, because I'm going to keep telling people the truth. The more you keep trying to give me something that I'm used to, I feel like I told my daughter, I'm like, man, I'm weird about even eating this. Give me all this from my food earlier. It's like I'm weird about eating stuff with my daughter because I'll throw it away. Because as soon as something come in, I bought these cans with my money. But when I started to see these things happening to the can, and this happening, to me, that's a red flag. Not to feed my daughter that food, not to drink the water, not to do any of it. Because how can $1 billion or $1 million companies actually make all of this money and give people things? This is, could see if it was like one can, but this is like every single order. And it's on my deliveries, every single order. The hot sauce comes with no, my Texas Pea hot sauce comes with no plastic around the top, or every single item that has plastic has been tampered with to the point where I don't open it. I just throw it in the trash. So I just wanted to discuss that with people. It's not a reading or anything, but I wanted to discuss it. I'm like, man, is other people noticing that? Is it just Georgia that this is happening to? Is this happening to a lot of people? People really need to look into this, because if it's something in it, it could make people sick. Campbell Soup can normally is this tall, probably about this much more taller. Now, since when I go to Walmart, it's the regular size. But now when I order it, the can.
You hear that, Chicos? Almost there. Chicos? See that, Patty? There's a tree here.
All right, y'all. So look. They really trying to cut my phone, right? But the hotel signal, it said that the hotel signal went out. So I turned on my phone and cut the hotel signal on. And so the hotel signal is working just fine, y'all. This is just them not wanting me to put the message out, y'all. What it is that they're actually doing to somebody's here with your food, okay? Whatever it is, cutting my service up, cutting my service. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna still keep talking about it because I want people to, I want to know. So I am live on my other phone as well. So I'm gonna keep it in front of the window just in case this signal goes out again. So I wanted to talk about this with people. Like, is other people actually experiencing this? And I have to turn on this phone just to see if my internet is working, which it is. So I don't know why it said that my phone service is not working here on here. So I turned on the other phone to turn on to see if that one is doing the same thing. So my phone service and the internet is somehow is messing up. So not my phone service or the hotel service seems to want to be working, but the bars are like way up here. That means I have my 5G is working and the Wi-Fi is working. But for some reason on this specific topic here, they want to try to continuously block the service. So like I said, I am very much... You said my mouth ain't moving. So put on the other live, y'all. It's just them messing with the live. It's just them messing with the live, y'all. Okay, because they're freezing this one up now because this one on. So look. So it's working here. Look at the bars. So now all of a sudden they're gonna bar for the internet, and then you see my phone service is there as well. So my 5G is working and the hotel signal is working. So what they're doing, and you can see it on the other phone, it's just somebody here trying to cut the service. Okay. So let me know if y'all hear me, y'all. So I'm gonna still be on here talking about it, all right? Because the more they mess it up, the more I'm gonna stay on here longer. So it doesn't even matter. So like I said, they're cutting up my service, y'all, so we won't be able to talk about this message. But I do think that there's something funny going on with the food and that people are doing something to the food that you and your children are eating. And it is someone here that has become a scientist or something like that and is giving us it was already artificial imitated food that we were already getting, right? But now they have went and took it to the next level and have become Progressive Soup and has become Campbell's Company. And I think that's where people need to start stepping up and saying, hey, something is not wrong. Something is not right in the product that we are ingesting. We never know with this man-made copy food that we're now getting, how it could affect individuals' health system, children, grown people, older people, infants, because now they're learning how to make copycat milk, and that's milk for babies. They're learning how to make new milk in stores that your children put in their cereal. They're learning how to make new oatmeal. I can show y'all. Hold on. Let me get another pan, right? So look.
Ew. Hi. Why to me?
So look, I got some more stuff. So even with my, I never ordered this brand of pink salmon. But I tried it because I like salmon and grits, right? So I noticed how the labels look fake. The color is not like the same label color that you would buy in the store. The color is like a little off. It kind of looks printed. The color. I noticed with my salmon, the same thing here with the cans, and how all of the labels, if you ever had a label printing machine, all of the labels sometimes will come out in full color where it's regular color and it's very good. And then sometimes it'll come out like this Prego soup can. This jar where it's dull. The colors are no longer bright. This color is actually dull. You see how dull it is? You see how dull it is? It's not the actual color. But if you go to Walmart, and then I notice this sausage here, is different. It's kind of like specks in here than it would normally be. So a lot of changes that I am noticing with the food, and I just had to get on here and talk about it. But anyway, I want to talk y'all head off because a lot of people saying that they're noticing the same thing. If you have not had a chance to look at that reading that I did about your delivery and imitating your order, definitely go check out that reading because I definitely think it has to do with these products and how, and do you remember? Y'all remember like the cans, the jars that I was telling y'all about earlier? Remember how the jars used to have plastic here? A lot of them is arriving here with I'm not worried. I'm never worried about anything, but I don't give my daughter certain things. But I think that it should be more people that need to speak out about this here, because you never know what's in your food. And if there was nothing that came on the news here and said that, so what are we really eating? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What are we really eating? And what are you giving our children? Because if there was nothing that came out on the news and said, hey, we had product changes, then what the hell is going on with the products that's being delivered to us? So you have to wonder what is going on, what's in the items that you're actually giving. Because now when the cans say, if the plastic has been tampered with, not to open it, right? But then now everything is coming that normally have plastic is coming with no plastic on it. So how I know that it wasn't already tampered with? So that's what I gotta say. So yeah, so I get a little nervous about when items come because I had plans to cook spaghetti for dinner, and I'm just like, man, the jar look a little bit off. I look a little weird. To be feeding my daughter. And remember, I mentioned something about someone having, because like that's what I'm seeing now, like a compound, like somebody has like a store, like they have this like Russian lady, right? That's on YouTube, and she has a YouTube channel, teaches you how to preserve food and keep food for a very long time. And so what I'm getting is something like that, but along the lines of someone making their own food and then storing it, and then they have something tied into the network where they get your orders, because otherwise your orders wouldn't be the same. I mean, it would be the same when you go into the stores. And what I'm noticing when I went to Walmart the other day recently, that the cans are different. So they're taller, and it makes it seem like something is very off, because when you go to the regular stores, the cans are the same. The jars that have the plastic on it, the plastic is on it. I heard Campbell is no good. I heard a while back from another reader, Campbell's probably isn't no good. I just got those delivered the other day because I wanted some soup, but I haven't ate them because of what I see. The can got smaller, the label doesn't fit, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, wait, if this is a real company, why would they make the mistake of several cans coming out with the label not matching? There is something wrong. There is something definitely wrong with it. So I haven't had Campbell's soup in a long time, but I ordered it because I wanted some soup, and I love my clam chowder, and I love broccoli and cheddar soup. But when I got it, everything looked weird. This looks like it's labeled. You see the label? You can look at the color difference. The color difference. It's kind of like something that you would order off of Temu, and you get an imitation product. And so this is what I am getting from this as well. So y'all, I'm going to get off here, and I love y'all so much here. But just know that something is not right, that either the government is not telling you, or people locally in your energy here has now become scientists themselves, and they're trying to keep money from going to the government and reproducing items themselves. Okay, and that's another theory that I did pick up. Anything in a can or a jar is food for an apocalypse. Yes, but anything coming as it normally should come will come with the regular labels. Okay, regular labels. It don't even matter whether it's prepared for an apocalypse. It don't matter. 3 months ago, the regular can was a regular can. It shouldn't matter nothing about that. For those who do, I don't care anything about making nothing fresh. I'm just telling you what I see. You can speak that all you want to, and I'm not trying to disregard what you're saying. For public safety, people need to know about the changes that are happening right in your face. You can't even buy fresh fruit and things from the farmer's market or from the store without it expiring in 2 days. I tested that buying oranges, apples, onions, and then expiring in the refrigerator in like 3 days. Strawberries literally can last up to a week. Look in the refrigerator because I make my daughter fruit salads every day. Look in the refrigerator. They mold it after 2 and 3 days. So public safety, public should be aware of the things that is going wrong with the food. So even if you're making something fresh, you have to still be worried about the fresh items that you are making. Why? Because they're going bad in 2 days. Nothing that you buy fresh should be going bad in 2 days. Nothing that you should be buying should be literally, it should at least, if that expiration date says that it's 5/17, it should be lasting to 5/17. A day after, it should be going bad. Not 2 days after you buy fresh fruit and we eat fresh tomatoes and things. It should not be turning green and having mold on there. Then you should be aware that something is not right in your items. Something is very much going on with the food. Something is going on with the food since COVID. You're right. Thank you. I knew it. Because I'm like, man, something is very wrong in this food. Even with the fresh items. Either they're injecting it with something. I know I see a lot of things on YouTube about the governor in California and some sort of lawsuit about this imitation food that's going out as well. So big changes are happening with the food. And I do feel like humankind, people need to be aware of things happening to your food, because on account of it, you could get sick. You can get sick. People can die from these things that are happening and changes that you don't know about. People may be wondering why their children are getting sick. People that have not had illnesses in 20 years, all of a sudden are now getting sick. Me and my daughter was never sick up until we moved into the house in Griffin. And that's where I started noticing changes in our food. And I was there for 3 years. And that's when we started to get sick. And we never got sick in years. And my daughter, thank God, we're in a better place and we're not getting sick now. But I just had to discuss that. And I'm glad other people are noticing the same thing. It is better to make fresh products, but your fresh products are not fresh anymore. They're still being hit with something. So I love y'all so much, and I'm up and out of here. Stay centered and stay grounded. I know on this camera I might look a little paler. Over here I look a little bit more colored. Whatever that is here. Window seal or roof gardens. I don't know where that's at. Is that in Georgia? Oh, you said window seals. Talking about for your fruit, your things. I am a gardener, so I like to plant my own stuff and grow my own stuff. But on account of we losing the property that we were in, I'm not able to grow my own stuff. So I'm buying things from the store, and so people should know about what's going on in your food. But I love y'all so much. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one here. Spread the word that something might not be right. Have more conversations with other people and see if they're going through the same thing. Do a test yourself. Order and then go to the store and you'll see the same thing that a lot of us are talking about as well. I had to do it myself. It's buy online and then go to the store. I even had to appear at the restaurants that I order food from just to see if it's the same thing on DoorDash or they're not having my products and they're actually having my products in the store. Like the orders that I order from like a food place, they have it there at the store. But on DoorDash, the product isn't available. So you have to think, y'all, what's going on with our food. Gotta go. Outie.
Mom.
Yes, baby.
I was making yummy duckies.